Good morning. This is the Reverend Julianne Lepp. It's a pleasure to be with you this morning for our morning meditation. I'd like to start us off this morning with a connection to breath and song. I know I've definitely missed singing in groups, and I like to remind myself of the resonance of voice when I sing and how centering it can be. This is a song that is based on the poetry of Rumi, a Sufi poet. Come, come, whoever you are, wanderer, worshipper, lover of leaving. Ours is no caravan of despair. Come, yet again come. Do that one more time. Come, come, whoever you are, wanderer, worshipper, lover of leaving. Ours is no caravan of despair. Come, yet again come. And here we come to our practice of meditation. This morning I felt moved to focus on reverence for the earth and for nature. I'm very aware of the changing of the seasons. Yesterday, Carl and I went for a drive up along the Mississippi and into Alma and circle back around to come back, and just noticing the deep shades of late fall and the different textures of life in this time. And to me, I've really been trying to focus on what is and loving where we are in the cycle of things. And this is our opening words are from John Seuss. To be of the earth is to know the restlessness of being a seed, the darkness of being planted, the struggle toward the light, the pain of growth into the light, the joy of bursting through and bearing fruit, the love of being food for someone, the scattering of your seeds, the decay of the seasons, the mystery of death, and the miracle of birth. And that's writing by John Seuss, and it's to be of the earth. Yeah, to be of the earth is to be connected, and I think that is such a powerful thing right now. When winter comes to Wisconsin, I often hole up and hide. And right now I am challenging myself to really be connected. And I think many of us during this time of COVID have already been cooped up quite a bit and separate. And so to find ways to connect with what is so powerful. So, I'm from the South, and I often say, well, I'm a Southerner, and I miss out on some of the joy of being a part of Wisconsin life. And that means the snow and the coldness and the wind and the rain. And so I've challenged myself to go get clothes that allow you to be one with nature. And I really admire people who go out in all seasons, and because I do think there is a joy in being a part of what is and connecting with the earth. So as we enter into our meditation this morning, I invite you to think about the joy of being a part of life. And that's, when the sun rises, open those blinds and see the sunrise. Step outside and feel the wind on your face and feel alive and a part of things. So I think when we feel a part of things, we feel like we're not quite so alone. And there's so many lessons to learn from cycles and seasons. This year I planted a native garden, and I was so impressed with how big everything got. I was warned that, hey, it's your first year, your garden might not get so big, but wow, some of those plants just grew and grew and grew, and my lavender hyssop really just bloomed the whole season. And the bees that came around those plants, and I felt so grateful to see those signs of life each day. And now, as the garden is folding in on itself, and as I think about the winter coming, I know that those seeds are waiting there. And, there is a purpose to this cycle of activity and rest. And I think we can learn from that. We tend to push ourselves pretty hard. So I'm going to ring the meditation bell and invite you into a time of breath and connection. And think about what autumn might be teaching you. What is this time of folding inward and preparing for um, maybe slower times teaching us? I invite you back into the space, back into your body. Feel the relaxation of your face, feeling present to this time. When I breathe in peace. When I breathe out love. And that's a song that I depend on sometimes when I'm feeling stressed or I need to center myself. It's just when I breathe in peace. When I breathe out love. When I breathe in peace. When I breathe out love. And then you say, breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. So in these times when we are surrounded by election season and so many other things, being centered and having spiritual practice can make the difference in our day and in the days of those that we love. I've been in the midst of working with my oldest child on getting ready for looking for colleges and all those preparations and all of that change. And I know I have so much joy, and then I also, it feels like it'll be a whole new world. And that's this time of year, isn't it? It's a time of transformation. The leaves are falling. We're letting go of the things that we need to let go of. I have to realize that I am in the stage of life that I'm in, where I have children in high school and approaching towards the time when they will fly on their own. And that's joyful and also hard. And I think about the other things of, what can I control and what do I need to let go of? And what seeds and bulbs am I planting for the spring? So many connections with nature when we let ourselves think of ourselves being a part of the world, part of what's going on around us. This is something that I wrote in actually in seminary, and it's um, a prayer of feeling connected to the sacred in all seasons. We have not forgotten. In nature we seek you. In the whisper of wind and the new green wood, your presence is near. We have not lost hope. In the dust of the desert, in the rush of the wave, in the rise of the mountain, your presence is near. We remember the cycle and the promise of blossoms, in the dying of leaves, in the bare branches, your presence is near. And I don't know about you, but I've definitely felt the connection of the sacred, when walking in the woods, sunshine on my face and the quiet majesty around me, skittering of squirrels. And I feel companioned in those times when I wonder, I admit to not knowing, what the sacred is, what God is, or just knowing that I feel a connection to something greater than myself. And that is my belief system. And when I'm in nature, I feel so connected to that, but maybe because there's less between me and what feels elemental. There's a place in Highlands, North Carolina. There's a mountain retreat, and at the top of the mountain, there's this retreat center, and there are 400-year-old oaks, and I believe they're called cloud forest oaks, and they're gnarled, and the wind has made their branches all like that. And there's a spot, a meditation spot on the mountain where you can look out and see 3 different states, and it's called Meditation Rock, and it's definitely one of the most peaceful places I've ever been, because you can literally see off into the horizon, and the wind comes up, and you just feel um, exposed and small, but a part of something big and beautiful. And there was one time I was there for a retreat when I was in seminary, and a storm came up on the mountain, and it was just so intense, you know, and it was lightning, and we were trying to run for my cabin, and just it was just an amazing feeling. And I felt that on the beach too before, when a storm comes in off the water. I wonder, what are the points of connection that you feel when you are in nature or trying to connect with something? I'm going to close us off with some words here. And I invite you to think about wonder and connection this week, letting yourself be held in this autumn, this time of change. These are the words of Sarah York. We receive fragments of holiness, glimpses of eternity, brief moments of insight. Let us gather them up for the precious gifts that they are, and renewed by their grace, move boldly into the unknown. I wish you a peaceful week, and I hope you'll join us this morning at 10 a.m. for our Sunday service. Namaste and amen.